Well, it's a real delight to be here with Linda Butler, and we are out at the Lusher Farms. And tell us why there's so many clematis around here. This houses something, doesn't it?
Yes, this is the Rogerson Clematis collection.
And I promise I won't say clematis, although a lot of people do. The proper pronunciation is clematis. So I promise I'll say that from now on. Listen, we're going to be planting, but there is, the reason we're planting a small flowered one, there's a little steps that are different for the large and flowered. So let's go over that.
Yeah, there are large flowered hybrids. Those are the big flashy ones that flower on and off all summer that everybody loves. But there are some great, really durable, small flowered hybrids that are really, really interesting plants. And they like a little more gravelly environment. They're not quite as tolerant of our clay soil as the large flowered hybrids are. So we're putting them into an area where we've used 1/4 gravel as a mulch, and we'll be kicking that a little bit back into the hole. So the other thing about these is with the large flowered hybrids, you bury them a little bit when you plant them. And with these guys, they go in at the level they are in the pot.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you take a couple handfuls. Here, I'll hold it for you. This is our basic Mighty Microbe garden mulch that we use here, and we use it as a soil additive. We've put a little bit of powdered rose and flower food in there just to give the plant a little boost. Okay,
and I noticed, Linda, that you had filled that hole with water before any of this, right?
Yes, and let it drain out.
Okay.
And where's my shovel? Oh, jeez.
And then after it drained out, we've added in the mulch.
Right.
And then
we're just going to stir that all in together.
It's like cooking.
And then the clematis is in its pot. It's got a little stake. We have already pinched this back.
Okay.
So we take off about 1/3 of their length just to reduce the transplant shock, because we're going to damage the roots a little bit inadvertently. We're planting dark dancer, which is in a group of plants that are very hardy, usually zones. Okay, I'm going to have you pull the pot away. So usually down to zone 4. So these would be great Eastern Oregon, Central Oregon. Then we're going to put a little of the soil back around.
And Linda, it is, you could plant, as long as you can get outside and dig and it's not frozen or too mucky, you can plant any clematis any time of the year.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've planted, a day like this, nice and warm, but the soil is workable. If I'm comfortable, the clematis is going to be comfortable.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now, there are so many amazing varieties out here, and today would actually be a great time for people to come out and see them and buy some, because
we're having our Lusher Farm open house.
Nice.
And the Rogerson Clematis collection is hosting a plant sale, not just of our clematis, but also we've invited some of the folks who have very generously donated companion plants, which are anything that's not clematis in our definition, are going to be here. So Gosler Farms, Zira Plants, Heavy Petal, which has wonderful hardy hibiscus, the herbaceous perennial ones. And so people can come out, see those in bloom, go to the vendor, and buy them.
And Joy Creek will be here as well.
Joy Creek will be here. Judith Jones, Fancy Franz Nursery up in Gold Bar, Washington, has donated hundreds of Victorian-era ferns to our heirloom garden. She's going to be here.
Well, there's a lot of people, I'll tell you, that love clematis, but none quite with the passion that I've consistently seen in our good friend here. So if you're interested in finding out more than just about the big, beautiful ones, there's so many more to choose from than that. Come on out today. And how late are you open for?
The hours of the sale are 10 to 3.
Wonderful. Go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over for more info. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thanks, William.